Hi, Living Hope Church. I just wanted to offer a postscript to my sermon on Sunday, something from a more personal side. It's a postscript to the theme of conflict that we looked at from Philippians 4 and the issue of anxiety. So, this is kind of an appendix to that from something that happened to me on Saturday night after I preached the sermon by video and recorded it and uploaded it. Um, I just preached the sermon on standing firm in the Lord and uh, resolving conflict through unity and rejoicing in the Lord always and experiencing that peace of God that transcends our understanding. And then God, in his sense of humor and his wisdom, his sanctifying wisdom, was working on me in an interesting way, where I immediately left the church where I recorded the sermon, went home, experienced some conflict with my family, and went to bed that night at a pretty decent hour, but also had another conflict on my mind with someone else outside of my home. And I just could not go to sleep from about 1:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m., 3 hours of solid, wide awake wrestling. I couldn't stand it. I was really troubled. I couldn't sleep. This deep sadness had settled over me and mixed in with some self-pity, of course. And it was a very non-peaceful mental turmoil that I was in. Um, Began to pray just as I had encouraged everyone else to do from the text, you know, present every need before God with prayers and thanksgiving. And I finally, as I began to pray for these issues and pray for even other people in the church, just because I couldn't sleep, the edges began to melt. And then finally that center began to give way, and that stinginess and clutchiness and self-pity gave way to really wanting to take responsibility and to be truly repentant and to be a true reconciler and uh, just to remove blame from other people and humble myself and look at my own contributions and not expect anyone else unduly to do anything else that would change my heart, but just simply asking God, make me the person I need to be in these conflicts. Um, to realize that I'm not in control, that I can't really avoid conflict, I can't really avoid even anxiety as it's clearly like attacked me tonight and upon me, but I can certainly work through that depending on the perfect love of God. Even though it's a progressive and slow work in us, He's available, He's with us, He's near. So this was my personal experience just as I preached. I felt like what an interesting way to have to deal with that only hours later, and it really resulted in true rest for my soul, and my sleep came back, and I was able to really have a sense of rejoicing and freedom because as that anxiety lifted, uh, joy just it's like rushed back into that vacuum, and I realized that God is always offering me these compassions and mercies, even if I feel like other people have somehow robbed me or they're not understanding. God is there, God is near. And so I was able to truly give thanks, even for a sleepless night, knowing that it allowed me to pray more than I normally would have. It allowed me to uh, just humble myself in a unique way. And then, of course, um, His mercy is new for you, and His peace is available for you today in new ways. And so I just pray that you would stand firm in the Lord, even when anxiety attacks, whether you're home alone, whether you are living without anyone right now, or whether you're with family or roommates and you're more cramped and in constant contact and it's causing more conflict. I know that God can give you rest. He can give you shalom. He can give you joy and even unity. And I pray that would be true for you as it was for me. Amen. Let's stay connected. Love you guys. Bye.